gosh, it is live. I hope nobody can hear me.
good etiquette to stay muted if you're not talking, to make it clearer for everybody listening. And when we need to see your artwork, you'll want to start your video. That's also down there. And then the chat button, you may end up using or you may not. And we're live streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now through Ubana Virtual Con. So, I'll plug in that much for now, and let me just welcome you to the workshop. This is what the workshop will be. Perry needs a new pair of shoes. One-upmanshiping with the MacGuffin. And you may or may not know what a MacGuffin is. And like I say, we'll give it just another minute or two here. Make sure everybody is showing up. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. And welcome to the cantina at the end of storytelling. This is where everybody has their stories that they want to tell that will be better than anybody else's story that has ever been told before. We are all going to be collectively creating one big story. And the way that we're doing that is that we're all going to be telling the same story, but we each have a small part of it. So what you're going to be thinking about today is that you're creating a story that is basically like just one daily comic strip, 3 or 4 panels. Oh, and Nathan, did you just start recording? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I was going to ask, does anybody have a problem with recording this panel? If so, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody should with being recorded? Okay.
Yeah, so they're auto recording it, I believe. So yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so what you're going to be thinking about is you're going to be making basically like a single daily comic strip. And this will be titled Perry Rodent and the End of Storytelling. This is our comic that we're creating together. Perry Rodent, as many of you probably know, is the mascot for UbanaCon, and frequently is known to have lost a shoe. So we're going to have that as, it'll be a piece of our stories. It may or may not have the significance that it at first seems, but the lost shoe will play a part in our stories. So we're going to get there in a roundabout way. And because this is the cantina at the end of storytelling, we will be getting there, getting there by beginning at the end. So, step one, fill in the blank for this. Cantina or convenience store or laundromat, wherever you want to be, at the end of blank. Now, you can fill this in any way you want. This is going to be your world, and this is where your story ends. It can be the cantina at the end of time. It could be the restaurant at the end of your left shoulder. It could be the coffee shop at the end of dogs. But whatever it is, remember, this is where your story ends. Okay? So take 1 minute. You've got 1 minute. Fill in the blank.
Canteen at the end of bucket up. Canteen. Okay.
Okay, everybody got something filled in the blank there? Wherever your place is. Anybody not done? You can turn your mic on and yell if you need to more time. Okay, we're gonna assume you're ready to move on. What we're gonna do is do next is some world building. You've figured out what your world is, and these are the questions you want to answer. And you're going to discuss this with a partner. So the way we're going to do it, we're going to put you in separate rooms with a partner, and one of you will discuss your world with the partner. Your partner is not going to discuss their world with you. You're going to get repartnered and discuss your world with a new partner. So we're doing it in two sessions. And who do we have on the list, Nathan?
Okay, so we've currently got about 8 people in here, 7 to 8 people, including you and myself. So we can probably do, if you'd like, 1, 2. We could probably do about 3 breakout rooms, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, and Facebook won't see the breakout rooms.
Yeah, so creating the rooms. Let's see here. And options, 3 minutes, correct?
Yes, 3 minutes.
Okay, now it looks like it's going to pair Chuck with Bubonicon 2020. So,
okay. Is that Jessica?
So, I mean,
I think that might.
Are you?
Yeah, but before you pair me with anybody, this is Bubonicon 2020. This is the
No, this is Mandy.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Hi, Mandy.
So I'm streaming to YouTube from this platform. So whoever you pair me with will be on YouTube, just so it's clear.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Then I will go ahead and open the rooms now.
Okay.
All right. So you should have all received an invitation to join the breakout.
Hey, I am now in a breakout room. Hi, Mandy.
Okay, I just
1
put my
minute.
headphones on 'cause
Hi. Can you hear me? Okay, excellent. Like I said, we are streaming to YouTube from this platform. I don't know if you're supposed to discuss your idea with me or if we're supposed to discuss our ideas with you. Yeah. Uh, I'm also not an artist. I'm the convention IT support, so well, but the ideas that we had in the YouTube chat were somebody suggested William Sly suggested Cantina at the end of the Oregon Trail. And then I suggested the cantina at the end of the ocean, which is probably just a beach, but it sounds more poetical if you say at the end of the ocean. Oh, looks like we're going to be heading back to the main room in 56 seconds. And we'll find out. Regardless, it's on YouTube. I'll post something on the Bubonicon Facebook account so at least they know. Back together again. I thought we were supposed to be with different people. I don't either. Hello? Is someone there? Hi. This is Mandy Self. Hi, Mary. So, what was your idea? I think it would be better if you talked about yours because this is the Bubonicon 2020 channel, so you are talking to YouTube. So I'd love to know what your idea is.
Okay, done. Okay, done. Okay, done.
Yeah, we're still here.
We'll all talk at the same time. Won't that be fun?
Just talk on top of each other until
We'll all talk at the same time. Won't that be fun?
I got silent because we were all working on the workshop exercise.
We're working on a workshop. I'm trying to draw the earth, and I can't draw. So anyway, I cheaped out. You can't see that though. It's backwards. How are you going to read backwards? You got a mirror? Anyway. Oh dear. Technical difficulty.
Yeah, so for those who are tuning in, we are currently working on the exercise, drawing the last panel of the comic, after which Jeff will get back to the further discussion on this comic that we are building.
It's hilarious. You sound like a golf commentator. Yeah, he's about to discuss what we're doing.
We'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight for this comic panel. We appreciate everyone approaching us for virtual Bubonicon 2020, and we hope that you have a wonderful weekend.
Shut up, Craig.
Okay. There. I got that stupid song in my head now. I better mute myself. Especially if this is on YouTube.
Immortalized forever, Chuck.
Yeah, no
Forever.
kidding. Thank God my career's over. Okay, bringing my camera back up now. I can imagine what this is. So am I going to be able to like go to somewhere and record this again? Because I'm totally botching this whole thing now.
I've got, well, at least for this panel, I've got a recording going. So,
Okay, cool.
so at least the main bulk of this is being recorded, at least my feed. So,
Cool. All right. Well, I'll figure it out. Because right now I got, okay, where is it? Come on, put you guys over. I'm trying to, yeah, okay, there we
Okay, you got about a minute left.
go. Okay.
Minute left. I ain't got nothing.
Okay. Oh, we'll see how that goes.
Hmm.
Okay, everybody ready? Move on.
No.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I guess such as it is. Hey, is John Sanchez out there? Look, John.
so we're
Anyway,
gonna come back here,
okay.
and I think we got few enough. Of us, we don't need to go back to rooms.
well, that's good because
Yeah.
that was great.
We'll just go around and for some reason my video is gone. There we go.
There
We'll
you
just
are.
go around and show what we've done for our last panel here. Here's mine. This was the laundromat at the end of purple. So,
The laundromat at the end of purple.
and Perry Rodent has reestablished the existence of purple
Cool.
Oh, nice.
by throwing a red shirt and a blue shirt in together.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Paul, what did you do?
Coffee shop at the end of 2020.
Oh no.
I love the way you got the coffee backwards too, like real life. That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's tough because with only 3 panels, I figure if we're going to end up at this coffee shop, this will be the first time I won't have time to establish it from, you know, to have like a master shot to show him entering the coffee shop or to establish where he is. So, yeah, I'm saving those first 2 panels for something else.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, Chuck, what you got?
Okay, well, I was talking to Paul, and he wanted his to be the you know at the canteen, the coffee shop at the end of 2020, and I was thinking 2020 has been so crazy. So Perry goes out and like you know tries to get some magic mushrooms, but he loses his shoe when he steps in a cow patty, right? And that's when he loses his shoe. So he's having retrieved that which he sought. Let's see if I can. I can't really tell if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
Pull it
Perry
back.
hops in his
There you go.
spaceship and blasts off. I don't know. You probably can't read that,
That's pretty good.
but there's the Earth back there, and then the rocket ship. You know, because he lives in a spaceship, so he had to go back to Earth to get some magic mushrooms, So now he's going back off to space to like get stoned because he's not going to bump into anything because there's space. You know?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's it.
Perry blasts off. There we
Right.
go.
Perry blasts off. Exactly.
Okay. Dominique, what you got?
I think it's hard for me to make a commitment, so mine's very light. I think I can get it up there. But there's Perry getting a pill bottle at the end of the world there.
Pull it back a little bit. You're a little too close.
I can't see it.
Right there.
I
Yeah.
can't see you.
All you can see is his eyes. There's a big pill bottle behind him.
I don't have it. Why can't I see it? All I see is Jeff.
Like,
No, I can't see.
Go back to gallery view.
Go
You're
back
in
to
speaker
gallery
view.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Gallery view, right.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Okay, cool.
So he's there at the pill bottle, and
he's
What's he
a
doing?
pill bottle. He's holding on to a little pill for all he's worth down there. And there's a little rat there in front of the pill bottle.
okay.
You know,
That's adorable.
it's as good as I can do in just a couple minutes. Mine's a lot lighter. You guys have darker pencils or
Um,
fingers or something.
Pete Turtle Bear, are you doing this?
No, I wasn't going to participate, and then I left and I went onto Facebook and I found the feed wasn't going in
Okay.
onto Facebook, so I came back here and then I finally found the YouTube video. But this is much more interesting. See you guys first before it's recorded and sent to YouTube. That's like microseconds, right?
Mary.
No,
Mary,
sorry.
that's fine. Mary?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'll pass. My drawing tablet isn't really being fussy today.
Okay. And Stan? Who else do we have here? Stan, are you participating?
No way to draw.
He said no way to draw.
Okay.
Okay.
Nathan.
Oh yeah, I did.
Remember Nathan?
In the
Nathan's
middle,
our tech guy.
in the middle of trying to get everything working, I did try drawing something. So let's see if I can share this here without
Of
breaking.
course he's. Oh,
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, there you go.
So
There's
we've got at the end of the at the store at the end of the rainbow. He did not order a pot of gold.
Oh my God, I hate it when I get the thing I didn't order.
He's rather miffed
Hey.
at the pot of
Okay.
gold. So
That's excellent. That's great. That's great.
right, so yeah, so that's Perry Rodent at the end of storytelling. All right, so I will stop screen sharing.
Is
Okay.
Sumro still with us?
I love that.
No, I don't see him on there.
Yeah, John dropped off.
Oh, bummer.
Okay, so we have done that,
Yep. I need that piece of paper, I think.
and
I can use the other side.
what are comics? And somebody give me a definition of comics.
Everything that happens between the gutters.
Everything that happens between the gutters?
Yep.
Or in the gutters?
Between the gutters, because the gutters is where everything happens. But comics are the visual representation of the things that are going to happen or happening.
Ah, okay. So here's what Chuck is talking about. Here's a panel comic. Panel. Here's our second panel.
Ah, he found his shoe.
Possibly.
Got it.
Is that's the story that you see there, right?
Yep.
Somebody else see a different story? Anybody?
I think he's chucking the shoe somewhere. He's gonna throw it.
Okay. It's gonna bean somebody.
Forward pass.
Anybody else see another story there? Anybody see him sticking a shoe on his head?
Well, you could, but
Backwards.
You could be tipping it like a hat.
Could be
it's
tipping.
true.
How do you do today, sir?
Saying hello. How
And
are you today?
Aren't you inspired to see my lovely shoe?
I pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Um, if this is a manga, in Japan, you read it backwards, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Because that's the
Okay.
way that writing is created in Japan. So you read it in reverse. So this would be a comic about him putting his shoe on his head. You can all see my cursor, can't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
I was also thinking though that he might be like, wonder what I did with my shoe. Oh, there it is for the second panel. He found his shoe.
could be
You
a
know.
little word balloon might help us understand which one is the true one. But we all see some action happening, right? So as I'm moving my cursor across the screen here, where do you actually see the action happening? Does it happen here? Does it happen here?
Nope. It happens in the gutter.
Yeah. Okay, this is called the gutter in comics. This is the most important part of comics. So that's why it's got such a grand name. The gutter is the place where you, the reader, completes the story. Because that's what makes comics different from any other medium, is that it's not done until you read it. With this comic, we had, what, 5, 6 different versions of what this comic is. And depending on who you are, what you fill this in with, it's going to be a different story. So what you want to do as a comic creator is figure out a way to make it clear enough what the action is so that the reader is getting the same idea that you had. Or leave it vague, if you, depending on what you're doing with your story. How, you know, is this some question that's going to be answered later on? And it's also interesting to note that this is something we're acculturated to. Like I was saying, we read in reverse. If you're reading a manga, you're acculturated to that. Here in America, we read forward, right, or left to right, what we think of as forward. But that's something we've learned because we see comics. Even if we don't normally read comics, we still know how they function because they're around us. If this was 500 years ago, does anybody know how long comics, as we typically think of comics, has been around?
Oh, I do.
Yeah?
Cave in France.
France?
Yeah.
How long? How long ago?
Oh, I don't know, couple 100,000 years probably.
Oh, well, okay.
Actually, I don't know. I mean, it's like, well, you know that what they're saying. What I read anyway was that they had there's this cave in France where they have these drawings of you know, like animals and stuff, and those are the earliest. But actually, the Egyptians, though, right? I mean,
Lascaux Cave is older than the Egyptians. Yeah.
right. Okay.
But that's sort of a different version. I'm talking about what we think of as comics.
Golden Age comics were what, 1930s?
Yep, late 30s, early 30s. For late 30s is when superheroes came along. Early 30s is when Famous Funnies kind of stuff came along. And most of those,
Nickel film.
yeah, most of those were reprints of comics out of the newspaper. And newspaper comics started around 1900. So if you're looking at this 500 years ago, you're not even necessarily seeing a comic. You might look at it and say, there's the artist drew the first picture, decided it wasn't what they wanted, so they drew a different version. Or you might look at it and say, the artist was drawing a picture of two windows with two brothers behind them. One's got a shoe on his head and the other one is holding a shoe up over his head. So this is something we're acculturated to. We learn about comics even if we don't read comics. We know what they're like because they're around us. Okay, so our next mission, we've all seen the panel that we drew. Now you're going to draw your first panel, but we're going to make up a list here of who's drawing their panel after Rule 2, because Rule 2 is that your panel must come after the panel shown to you. So, Nathan?
Yeah.
We've got 6 people, is that right?
Yeah.
So,
roughly.
So just go through the list and tell us who is going to be following who.
Okay, so in this particular one, Chuck is going to be following Mary. Dominique is going to be following Chuck. Paul is going to be following Dominique. I will be following Paul. Jeff, you're following me, and Mary, you're following Jeff, if that works.
Okay, so I'm after Nathan.
Yeah, so you're after me.
And did everybody hear who they're following? Okay.
I'm following Mary.
Yeah.
So we have a circle.
Yeah, so it's the whole comic is cyclical.
It's
Okay.
one big circle comic, yes. Okay, I'm going to give you one more rule here before you draw your first panel. Rule 3 is it must have everything to do with Perry's shoe. So Perry's got to care about this shoe now. Whether he's looking for it, whether he's found it, whether he's wanting to throw it at somebody like he was in the last panel there, whatever he's doing, it must have everything to do with Perry's shoe. But you're following the panel that you're following. So it takes place, has something to do with what was going on there. Might be in the same place, might be 10 seconds later, might be 300 years later. Okay, so you got 10 minutes to figure that one out. And if you need to see the panel that you're following again, just go ahead and shout out and we'll stop the share here so you can see.
Paul, can you show me yours again? Since I'm
Chuck's.
okay. All right, cool. Perfect.
Sure. Oh, okay.
Everybody remember the rest?
Well, I'm
Dominique,
not-
can you show yours too and unmute?
Let's see. There it is.
Dominique's is the pill bottle.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right.
the pill bottle.
Thank you.
Okay. And I don't know who's following me. Who's following me?
I am.
Oh, you are.
Dominic is,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you can just see it live then.
Well, I
Look.
Well, I
And
know,
it's not
but
backwards either, so that's cool. Huh? Yeah, okay, cool. So anyway, yeah.
Hey, Nathan, can you show me yours again for a sec?
Oh yeah, certainly. Give me 1 second to bring it up here. And then, okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
See. Everybody just about done?
Just about.
Yeah, just about.
Good enough, I think. That's really good. There's only one shoe. Oh.
Okay. Who is done?
I'm done.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, as you recall, Perry was out, gathering magic mushrooms in the cow field, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's got the mushroom, right? It says got it, and then oops, right? And then there's a sploosh down there. You see one foot, you don't see the other one.
Ah.
So what's going to happen is he's going to bring his foot up with no shoe. That's what's going to happen in the gutter.
Okay.
Look, I drew a rat. Monica. Oh, I'm sorry. Did anybody?
Dominique, what'd you get?
Is everyone thoroughly bored with it? No.
No, it's great.
So Chuck's.
So Chuck's, let's see, I can't remember what Mary's was though. Was that about mushrooms? So
Trying to connect.
I was trying to connect it all. But anyway,
Then there was a
somehow then there was a spaceship that blasted off with Got It. So then
landed on
it landed on planet Perry.
and then there's
Perry, I guess, if I have it right. Sorry, we're all in the same
Okay, there we go.
room here.
You're good
So
now.
then that's him watching, and the little shoe is on top of his head for the L, and it says landing, and then that's Perry there. It's not very good, but it is what it is. So there. I tried to draw a little bit darker this time.
Yeah, good.
Hopefully you can see it.
Okay. Paul, what you got?
So, I forgot the specifics of Dominique's story, but he was with the pill bottle, so I figured he would go rummaging through the pill bottle.
Thanks.
Nice. Oh, it's awesome.
Does that make sense? Because
Sure.
why was he by the pill bottle again? I forgot.
Oh, no, it's okay. He was just in front of the pill bottle there. So it's all good. It's all great.
All right, there he is.
That's perfect.
I like that we drew tails this time. I drew a tail too.
Well, it helps. You know what? I like Jeff's rendition. I love Jeff's rendition that he just showed us of the boot, and now that's influencing how I draw him. I love it. It feels very much like a classic, like a black and white illustration.
Good.
I'm blanking, but Arthur Rackman comes to mind.
Arthur Rackham, yeah. Mary, what do you have? You're muted, I guess.
I'm still having problems uploading this stuff and getting the artwork program to work for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did cartooning. I got something, but I just haven't figured out how to share.
Okay, that's fine. If you save it as an image, you can send it through the chat.
I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Okay. Nathan, what do you have?
Give me 1 second to share my screen again here. And I will share what I've got. Okay, share screen. Here we go. So this is what I've got. You know, he spilled his coffee. So okay, saying blast it all. Just my luck too. Now I need to get some new shoes.
Ah, okay.
The coffee.
I hope they don't charge him for a refill.
See what they forgot to do is they forgot to label the coffee with a little message on it that says caution. This coffee is hot. and you know that was the
So Albuquerque.
yeah. So basically Albuquerque.
I mean, this is a tragic moment.
Yeah, I mean it's tragic. Yeah, because you know they might charge him for another cup. They might be like, well, you know, you paid for it. We already did the transaction. You're the one that dropped it. You're gonna have to buy another one. We might get your name wrong again. Just saying.
And that's another hard interaction in this day and age. You want to stay distant, man. Oh, not to even mention the charge.
Where's his mask?
Mine was coming after
Good
Nate.
question.
And I've got, here we go. He's saying, what's he saying? Darn shoes must be at the other end of the rainbow. And he's get into Conan mode there.
Okay.
Always the other end of the rainbow. I'm at the wrong end of the rainbow.
At the end of purple, you know.
Oh,
Where
God.
it's all just blue and red.
I was at the wrong end of the spectrum of the colors. Other side of the color wheel.
So we'll move on to the next bit here, which is what is a MacGuffin? Does anybody know? Anybody have a description of what a MacGuffin is? Okay.
Thingamajigger.
Well, let me show you a short video here.
Stan knows. But he's on chat and he's not telling.
Yeah, Stan says it's an Alfred Hitchcock term.
It is, and
films, and one of them is
there's Hitchcock.
is
Can
a
you hear him?
MacGuffin. Can you explain what a MacGuffin
Yes,
is?
a MacGuffin you see in most films about spies. It is a thing that the spies are after. In the days of Rudyard Kipling, it would be the plans of the fort on the Khyber Pass.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the plans of an airplane engine and the plans of an atom bomb, anything you like. It's always called the thing that the characters on the screen worry about, but the audience don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And someone asks, what is a MacGuffin? And it's described in a scene in an English train going to Scotland. And one man says to the other opposite him, he said, what's that package above your head there? And the other man said, oh, that's a MacGuffin. He said, well, what is a MacGuffin? He said, well, it's an apparatus for trapping lions in the Scottish Highlands. Man said, but there are no lions in the Scottish Highlands. He said, then that's no MacGuffin.
Thank you for clearing that up for us.
Okay. So, yeah, essentially, a MacGuffin is the thing that drives the characters to the story, but once they're there, it's completely irrelevant. We don't care. So, in our stories, we're going to do the middle now. We're going to be using Perry's lost shoe as the MacGuffin. We've all got something going with the shoe in that first panel, and we've got a last panel where we need to end up. And what we want to do is connect those two things using the MacGuffin of the shoe. The shoe was a MacGuffin. Now we've got a couple of rules. Must connect your first and last panel. And our brains work that way. Our brains want to connect things, right? Our brains think in stories, and our brain automatically tries to put the two things together. It must also make Perry's shoe irrelevant. Since it now is the MacGuffin, we want to take that first panel where the shoe has importance and use that to move us towards the third panel where it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so you got another 10 minutes to draw this middle. And if you do need to do more than one panel to make it make sense, go right ahead. You can do, you know, a couple of small panels if you want.
I think I did it.
So Jeff, are we about at the end of our 10 minutes here? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm finished.
Anybody? Everybody else?
Jeff, you're muted.
He's
Jeff, you're muted.
trying to talk, but he's on mute.
Unmute Jeff. Jeff. There you
There
go.
we
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to read through the whole thing, starting with Nathan, and we're going to just show it,
Okay.
and we'll go in order.
All right. So this is mine. Starts out, Perry Rodent at the end of storytelling. Perry goes, blast it all. Just my luck too. Now I need to get some new shoes. I simply hate online ordering. They almost always mess up my order. Then I'm forced to return the item in person anyways, defeating the whole purpose of ordering it online in the first place. At the store at the end of the rainbow, I didn't order a pot of gold.
Okay. And which continues on to
Jeff's? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
You gotta hold it up. We can't see it.
You gotta hold it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
So he's saying, darn shoe must be at the other end of the rainbow. Better tough it up and get into Conan mode. And I just lost my video.
Oh dear. There you go.
Okay. Better tough it up and get into Conan mode. So he heads off to the laundromat where there's some furious stuff going on there saying, need more blue over here, more red here, quickly. No, not the green. Aye, Crom. Aha, purple. Okay, so he saved purple. And who comes after that?
Looks like Dominique.
Okay. I think I'm reconnected now, but if
Yeah, you're
not,
on.
can you
You
share
want me to
that?
share? You lost your internet?
Yeah.
Dominique lost your internet.
Oh, there she is.
I
But that's okay.
lost my internet.
Are you
Yeah.
back now?
Yeah.
Dominique lost your internet.
Do you mind because my
Back,
internet
but
Are you back? Okay,
no,
Dominique
go
lost
ahead.
your
Do
internet.
it.
I
Can you do my-
can't see what I'm doing here because the picture is getting in front of me.
Yeah, if you hold it up.
Yeah, if you hold it up.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe my internet will stay. Maybe it won't. But
Good.
I just
Dominique
did.
will
I just did
explain.
Little screens that
two little screens that said that the space people need shoes, and they had pills to trade.
Okay.
I think it might have been. So I think that one comes after Chuck's. I think that what we needed was Mary's.
Oh yeah, we need Chuck's next. Okay, that's okay.
Need Mary's. Okay.
Yeah.
Mary, did you?
Hey, there's Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hey Mary, cool.
There you go.
Mary, did you figure out a way to send it through the chat?
Mary's online.
We've got a.
I think I'm back.
whiteboard.
Thanks.
Mary's muted.
We got a whiteboard. Mary, you're muted.
Mary, you're muted. Unmute, Mary. There we go.
Now,
Yeah.
I decided to give it up and just do the whiteboard.
Okay.
That's good.
So they're going to be ending the YouTube stream here, but we'll continue streaming on Facebook until the end of this. Because that shouldn't interfere with anyone else.
We're just about done. Yeah.
Cat came in. He was thinking about his shoes, and Cat came in. So he flees to the canteen now.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Can you hold that up again, the whole thing? So I can, or
Hold up a little higher. There we go. Couldn't see the cat.
Okay, there we go. There's the cat. Okay.
There we go. Okay. Cool.
That's awesome.
okay.
That's great.
Okay, and then it would be Chuck's.
Okay, well, I drew mine like 3 different ways here. 3 different things. So you want to see the first one first? Okay, here's the first one first. He found his magic mushroom, but he steps in a pile of cow manure, so goes sploosh, right? Says, I got it, or got it, and then oh, oops, and I got a sploosh, right? So the second one is supposed to be making the